In 1957, the BBC actually pulled off the best April Fool's Day prank ever. They convinced portions of the British population that not only did spaghetti grow on trees, but that they could grow their own by sticking dry spaghetti into cans of marinara sauce. It started when the network aired this broadcast featuring farmers harvesting spaghetti crops from trees. Announcer Richard Dimbleby noted that the harvest this year would be especially good, since the spaghetti weevil had nearly been eradicated. The Brits of the time were not really that familiar with pasta. They still felt the aftershocks of food rationing that started during World War II. Local grocery stores were almost empty, even as Europe was in the process of rebuilding. For example, Italy's olive oil was yet to reach the cooking pans of British homes. In those days, olive oil was being sold at chemist shops, and it was primarily used for earwax removal. Well, needless to say, the network was flooded with calls from viewers asking how they could grow their own spaghetti, to which they received the response, "Simply place a sprig of spaghetti in a tin of tomato sauce and hope for the best." It's unclear how many people realized that it was just a joke, though. Cameraman Charles de Jager dreamt up the story after remembering how teachers at his school in Austria teased him and his classmates for being so stupid that if they were told that spaghetti grew on trees, they would believe it. The editor of Panorama, a program on the BBC, gave de Jager a budget of £100 and told him to run with it. Needless to say, this creative cameraman became legendary after this day. As the current events program aired, they showed a family in southern Switzerland harvesting spaghetti from the family spaghetti tree. The report was made more believable through its voiceover by respected broadcaster Richard Dimbleby. And Dimbleby knew that they were using his authority to make the joke work. And he loved the idea so much, he went at it eagerly. They had footage of a traditional harvest festival that was aired along with a discussion of the breeding necessary to develop a strain to produce the perfect spaghetti noodle length. Decades later, this broadcast was dubbed the biggest hoax that any reputable news establishment ever pulled. Do you know how April flowers kiss? With their two lips. These are Interesting Things with JC.